Most people think they could never join a cult. That's exactly what the people in Jonestown thought. It's what the members of Heaven's Gate thought. It's what the doctors, lawyers, and executives inside NXIVM thought. None of them woke up one day and decided to hand their life over to a stranger. So what actually happened to them? Cults don't start with control. They start with something you already want. Community, purpose. The feeling that someone finally sees you. Psychologists who study cult recruitment say the entry point is almost always the same word: belonging. Humans are wired for it. We need it the way we need food and sleep. And cults are exceptionally good at providing it fast. Faster than a new job. Faster than a new city. Faster than most friendships form in a normal life. That speed is the first sign something is wrong. Most people miss it entirely. The moment you show interest, everything changes. People remember your name. They check in on you. They make you feel chosen in a way that most people never experience outside of falling in love. Psychologists call this love bombing, and it works because in the moment it feels completely real. These are actual people genuinely glad you're there. Dr. Robert Cialdini spent decades studying how influence operates on the human mind. He found that the feeling of being liked and accepted by a group is one of the most powerful forces in human decision-making. Cults don't stumble onto this by accident. They build systems around it. Once you feel like you belong, the asks start small. Come to one more meeting. Read this book. Try this diet. Give a little. Each request is minor compared to the last one. Psychologists call it the foot-in-the-door technique. Once someone agrees to a small request, they are far more likely to agree to a larger one, because saying no would mean admitting the earlier decisions were wrong. Nobody wants to believe they made a mistake. So they keep going, and the asks keep growing. At some point, the outside world starts to look dangerous. Outside sources get labeled corrupt, spiritually contaminated, threats to everything you've built inside the group. This isn't accidental. It's the most important tool any cult has. Hassan spent years inside the Moonies before he got out. He went on to become one of the leading cult researchers in the world. He identified information control as the core mechanism that keeps people from leaving. When the only information you receive comes from the group's reality becomes your reality. Every question you have gets answered by the same source that created the question. Doubt becomes nearly impossible. The deeper you go, the more your old self disappears. New name, new diet, new schedule, new relationships, almost entirely inside the group. This isn't just social pressure. It's neurological. When your entire sense of self becomes tied to a group, leaving doesn't mean walking away from people. It means destroying who you are. Dr. Janja Lalich has spent 30 years studying cult recovery. She found that former members consistently describe leaving as feeling like dying, because the version of themselves that existed before had been systematically taken apart. Intelligence doesn't protect you from any of this. In some cases, it makes things worse, because smart people are better at rationalizing decisions they've already made. NXIVM operated as a self-improvement program for years before it was exposed as a sex trafficking organization. It recruited doctors, lawyers, actors, and executives. Heaven's Gate members were described by the people who knew them as thoughtful, curious, and deeply intelligent. The psychology doesn't care how smart you are. It targets something deeper than intellect. The need to matter, the need to belong, the need to have certainty in a world that rarely offers it. Cults keep working for the same reason they always have. They don't exploit weakness. They exploit things that are fundamentally human. The need for community, the discomfort of doubt, the desire to feel chosen. Understanding that doesn't make anyone immune, but it does make the tactics a lot harder to miss. See you next time.